Have you ever found yourself in a shouting match with someone you love, wondering how a simple disagreement spiraled into days of silence? Have you ever left a conversation with a parent or sibling feeling drained, confused, and unheard? Why is it that no matter how right you are, you still feel like you've lost every time you argue with family? Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today, we're going to talk about something incredibly personal, yet universally experienced, the silent warfare that happens inside families. It's not just about the loud arguments or the sliding doors. It's about the emotional lull, the unspoken pain, and the slow erosion of relationships when conflict within the family becomes the norm. This topic isn't just important, it's urgent, because unresolved tension in the home doesn't just affect your peace, it affects your health, your confidence, your sense of belonging. In this video, we are going to explore why family arguments are so emotionally destructive, why you never really win them, and how to break the cycle before it's too late. Let's begin with something most people overlook. When you fight with a stranger or a colleague, there's distance, there are boundaries. But when you fight with family, those boundaries blur. You're not just arguing about an issue, you're fighting over old wounds, expectations, unspoken fears, and a lifetime of emotional baggage. You're not just debating the facts or reliving every time you felt misunderstood, unloved, dismissed, or disrespected. Words may be about money, chores, or decisions, but the pain is always deeper. That's why family fights got so much more than regular conflicts. Take this story. For instance, man once shared how every holiday with his family ended in tension. His mother would criticize his lifestyle. His father would stay silent. His brother would mock his choices. And every time he spoke up, trying to explain himself, things got worse. I just wanted them to understand, he said. But they never listened. And the more I tried to defend myself, the more they attacked. One day, I stopped trying. Here's what's tragic. This story is not unique. In fact, it's common. Many people are emotionally exhausted from trying to be heard by their own family, and eventually, they stop trying. They distance themselves, and not out of hate, but for survival. Why does this happen? First, because families often carry unspoken expectations. You're supposed to act a certain way, believe certain things, follow certain paths, and when you deviate, even slightly, it's seen not as independence but as betrayal. They're not attacking you as a person, but either defending their image of who they think you should be. Second, because family roles are rigid. You are always the child in your parents' eyes. You're always the lazy one, or the golden child, or the emotional one. These roles get assigned early, and families rarely update them. So even when you grow, change, or succeed, your family may still treat you like the version of you from 10 years ago. Third, because families often operate from emotion, not logic. In heated moments, reason goes out the window. What remains is ego, pride, hurt, and fear, and that's a recipe for chaos. Let's talk about ego. In many family arguments, ego is the silent participant screaming the loudest. It whispers, you don't let them win. You don't back down. They always talk over you, fight back. And so, what starts as a disagreement becomes a war of identities. But here's the painful truth: when ego wins, love loses. You might win the argument by making your point, but if the relationship weakens, what did you really gain? Let's look at another story. Woman in her 30s hadn't spoken to her father in years. They fought constantly growing up about school, friends, politics, everything. When she left home, she told herself she didn't need him. Years passed, and one day, he passed away. The funeral, she whispered through tears, we fought so much, but I loved him. That's the tragedy. Family fights make us forget the love underneath. They distort our view, making the other person feel like an enemy, not someone we once hugged as a child or supported in tough times. So how do we fix this? How do we navigate family conflict without losing ourselves or our loved ones? First, by realizing that winning an argument isn't the goal. Connection is, understanding is. Second, by breaking the cycle of reaction. When someone raises their voice, don't match their volume or yours. And someone insults you, pause. Wait, is what's really going on beneath their anger? Anger is often just pain in disguise. Third, by setting emotional boundaries, you can love your family without accepting abuse. You can be present without being passive. You can say, I hear you, but I see things differently, without escalating tension. Fourth, by healing your own triggers. Often, we are not reacting to the present moment, but are reacting to years of accumulated pain. That's why a single comment from your sibling can send you spiraling. It's not the words, it's the history. The more you heal your past, the less power it has over your present. Fifth, by learning when to walk away, not in anger, but in wisdom. Sometimes peace means creating space. Distance doesn't mean disloyalty. It means you value your well-being enough to choose calm over conflict. There is something powerful. You can be the one who ends the cycle. In every family, there's someone who decides enough. Someone who refuses to pass on the pain. Someone who chooses love over ego. You can be that person. Won't be easy. It may take years. But when you choose healing, you rewrite your family's legacy. Think about what you want your family to remember, not the arguments, not the resentment, but the love, the laughter, the moments of real connection. That's what we all crave, and it's possible, but it starts with us. Let me leave you with this final thought. When you fight with your family, pause and ask yourself, is this really worth it? Will this matter 5 years from now? Can I respond with grace instead of fury? Because at the end of the day, when the arguments fade, what remains is the relationship. And relationships, especially with family, are too precious to waste on ego. If you've ever been in a family conflict that left you scarred, share your experience in the comments. Let others know they're not alone. And if this video brought you clarity or comfort, please like, subscribe, and become part of our growing community. We're here to help each other heal, grow, and love better. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, your peace matters more than your pride, and you deserve a home that feels like love, not war.